You can see on Google that this area used to be filled with buildings, but now if you look out the window you can see it's all gone. You can see the sign that's burnt.
When we set out on our road trip from Osaka to Tokyo, we knew we wanted to see the Japan that many travelers miss. We decided to take a deliberate detour to the Noto Peninsula.
On the 1st of January 2024, a devastating 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck this area. We visited in September 2025 to see the reality of the aftermath for ourselves.
In this video, we are looking at the scars left behind, from buckled roads to the remains of historic markets. This was the most sobering yet inspiring part of our journey.
Heading north towards the Noto Peninsula, the drive is starting to change. We're heading towards the heart of the area hit by the 2024 Noto Peninsula earthquake, and you can really feel it under the tires. As we approached the city of Wajima, the landscape began to change into something unrecognizable. The power poles were crooked, leaning over the streets like they were frozen in mid-fall. We saw buildings that were completely pancaked, some half destroyed, and others in the slow, painful process of being rebuilt. It was our first real look at the scars left behind from the earthquake of January 1st, 2024.
On that New Year's Day, a massive 7.5 magnitude earthquake ripped through this peninsula, one of the strongest in Japan's recent history.
We decided to drive to the Wajima morning market to see what remains and what has been rebuilt since the earthquake. So we're here at the former Wajima morning market. You can see on Google that this area used to be filled with buildings, but now if you look out the window you can see it's all gone. The earthquake caused a big fire that caused this whole area to just burn down, and now it's just empty fields. This is what it looked like on January 1st. 1,000 years of history. The famous Wajima morning market and its 200 stalls were devastated in a single day. Immediately after the quake, a massive fire broke out. This is the sign for the morning market that no longer exists. This power pole here is crooked as well. Behind you. I guess the birthday cake survived. But because of the narrow streets and the roads being torn apart by the earthquake, firefighters couldn't reach the flames in time. You can see how the road has collapsed. You can see the sign that's burnt. So this is where we're walking. In Google Street View you can see all these buildings, but if you look now it's completely different. So you can see this column here on this building and all the buildings around here, and this is all that remains now. Leaving the city centre, we drove along the coast, where the landscape has been permanently altered. In a literal shift of the earth, the coastline here was uplifted by up to 4 meters. What used to be the seafloor is now dry land. Alongside the beauty of the crashing waves, we passed home after home sitting empty, damaged and left behind by families who could no longer stay. Along the coast, they built a new road, but the old road was still there, and next to it, the evidence of numerous landslides and collapses.
As we left Wajima, a beautiful sunset lit up the coastal road. It was a strange, bittersweet moment. The views were objectively beautiful, but the history here is devastating. You can see the mark of the earthquake in every bumpy road, every collapsed roof, and every leaning light pole. The Noto Peninsula is still standing, but it's a place forever changed. Before we went to Wajima, we also visited Soji-ji Soin Temple.
When we entered, they gave us a map, and we were surprised by how big the temple grounds were.
At that time, we didn't know that it was also affected by the earthquake.
We were just disappointed to see so much of the beautiful architecture covered in scaffolding, and so many of the main attractions closed for construction.
This is what the temple looked like in 2024.
What we thought was unlucky timing for our trip was actually a glimpse into a massive, ongoing recovery effort for a site that is the spiritual heart of this community. It's hard to put into words the mix of beauty and heartbreak we felt driving through Noto. We hope you enjoyed watching this video and that it gave you a deeper look into a side of Japan that many travelers don't often see.
If you want to see more of our journey, be sure to check out other videos in our Japan road trip series. We're visiting so many interesting places off the beaten path, from hidden temples to secret coastal drives.
Thanks for joining us on this one, and we'll see you in the next adventure.
We circle